come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey coach, put me in the game.
I'm really out for blood this time, look. Woo. I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Gonna tell a friend to tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. Heard they was sleeping again, say it no more. This is a rude awakening, kicking the door. Back and I'm better than ever before. Don't get it mistaken, I'm ready for war. I see the option, I'm up in the score. I catch a and jump in the course. Follow the core and then back to the morgue. Take the sheet off and I some more. When I am done at the scene, I won't leave anything. You won't even know who was involved. Don't let me do it, cause I overdo it and do it till I cannot do it no more. All of the doubters, I'm proving them wrong. Back with the classic, I know it's been long. Heard it was missing me while I was gone. I smell the victory back up on top, and it's where I belong. Like it ain't to me, we making history. Fall through the misery, weather the storm. Can't let them get to me, no weapon form shall prosper. Be all over my roster, I got options. I keep it right on the dresser, next to the Oscar. Applying pressure, somebody stop us. Woo! Applying pressure, somebody stop us. Running my class, go need a doctor, go need a doctor, go need a what? I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Gonna tell a friend to tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Gonna tell a friend to tell a friend. They say
one of the great venues to watch a game in any sport and one of the best home crowds in any sport, Soldier Field in Chicago. Tonight we kick off Week 6 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Washington Commanders and the Chicago Bears. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Give to Gibson running right. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 33 and a first. Right off the bat, a chunk play into enemy territory.
And I don't care how you plan for it. I don't care what you see on tape where you think you can get that type of a play. That's still a great rush and a little bit of a surprise to break off a run like that this early in the game.
On first down, right back to Gibson. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Here's Wentz to throw. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 14. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. A nice game there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you've got a mismatch no matter who's covering him. Is it a small cornerback? Is it a linebacker who may not run as well? In any event, whatever you see, you think that tight end can win that battle.
A give running left, McAllister. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The tackle made by... The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Wentz. And his throw is incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. On 3rd down, here's Gibson. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8 on 4th down. Wentz to the sideline on 4th down. Joey Sly is out there now for the Washington field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And that is no good. He pulled it just a bit, just a wee bit wide left. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Chase Young, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have its hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. So, Charles, you look at this offense, so what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Another run with McAllister. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7. A give running right, Gibson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. They'll run with Gibson, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Dante Pettis now from his end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. No sweat from Montez Sweat that time as he makes that stop look easy.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
He rifles one that's intercepted. There he goes left side. The 20. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 14-0. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Pettis now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Hurts. And a flag comes out as that is batted down and incomplete. But I think there was early contact. Let's check the call. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. The Bears at a disappointing 1-4 as they start play. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Hurts to throw. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. This pass on target, Velus Jones with it. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. They'll look to throw again. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This from 54 yards away. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game. Boy, 4th and 2. This crowd was urging them to go for it, certainly. Instead, they settle for the field goal try, and then they come up with nothing.
Brandon, yeah, football coach won't let the crowd dictate how he calls a football game. He stuck to his guns. But after the miss, now there's 70,000 coaches in the stands thinking they were right.
Wentz's throw taken in by Samuel. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up a 2nd down and just a couple. To throw, it's Wentz. His throw complete right side to Bates, the tight end. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st down, Wentz. This will be caught at Samuel. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Once more, Gibson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Now Wentz. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Curtis Samuel. his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Commanders take a 3-touchdown lead. Slide for the PAT. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score. Commanders 21. Bears nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Pettis now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And they're going to stop him short of the 1st down as he's tackled at about the 21. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the 1st half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the 2nd half. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Hurts throw complete here to Kmet. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And again, back to Kmet. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he...
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Hurts throw taken in by Pringle. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
60.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Tanner Muse, his 2nd sack of the night. Here's Brett Kern now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good return there, 17 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Here's Howell. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On 2nd and 15 now. Howell. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what. And he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage. And they were more than ready for it. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Throw right side taken in by Pettis. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got an open man, it's Pringle. And he will have the Bears first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, partner, they certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. So, 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Wentz going to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Second and 10, Howell. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Howell trying to pick it up on 3rd. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. On first down, Hurts. And my goodness, another interception. Tanner Muse with it, and he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
As a general manager, you're counting on your first and second round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Hurts. Forced out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Montez Sweat able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Come on. Hit. Dragon 60. Warriors 70.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Looks for the out route, and it's complete to Kmet. And he is going to have the Bears first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Ready.
Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. How about Jonathan Allen there, pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Throwing is Hurts. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
60 Bobcats.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Touchdown! Darnell Mooney, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Bears are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Santos with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As they try to finish things off in this 4th quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. 2nd down and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 23-yard line.
Wentz. He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
2nd and 6.
Wentz to throw again. Samuel bringing in the slant. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 32-yard line. Here's Wentz to throw. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And that pick-6 a moment ago doesn't change things too much. They still seem pretty comfortable with a 3-possession fourth-quarter lead. Now Wentz to try again after the pick-6. And it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. But they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That keeps the score. Commanders 31, Bears 19.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Jahan Dotson on the return. Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the pick-6 we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a 2-possession game as they control their destiny in this fourth quarter. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Here's Tressway now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Working with a 2nd and 3. Now Wentz. Looking for the crossing receiver, and he's got him. It's Samuel. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A.J. Bouye with a pick. And the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So certainly a big mistake there, Charles. 1st and goal, and they throw the interception.
Oh, that's just agonizing for a team because you still got at least 2, maybe 3 downs in your pocket. So if it's not there on 1st down, there was no sense in trying to force something. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Into the hands of Klingel. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man. Complete. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Well, they knew a lot of steps had to happen here. They got step 1, the touchdown. You need a 2-point conversion here, don't you?
You do, and as you continue to look ahead, if they're able to get that, somehow get the ball back and get another score, they have to go for 2.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. That one looks looks like he'll throw here. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Wentz to throw. Dancing to his left. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And that's a tough throw because he's moving to his left. He's got to get his shoulders pointed back right to throw it all the way across field to try and connect. Unable to do so.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Wentz. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And the Commanders will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, gets the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. Back to throw, Wentz. This will be caught at Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now Wentz. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Wentz to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears come up with a late turnover. But it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. But what a performance. All those points put on the board. And, Charles, it wasn't just by the offense. The defense put some points on the board.
We spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like Big Pitch came to join up. Yeah, I'm still independent. They sold 1 million records, yeah. Used to be on my checklist. Big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't buy my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of chocolate dice. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Game time in it. Game time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. I will not bend. Game time. Run it up. Run it up. Run it up. Run it up. Run it up.
Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB
chamber.
It's another one. We got another one. It's her. Who that? Big baby slide.